just think Matt Palka's a happening dude, man.
I think Palka's gonna be the guy to make reading cool again.
You got a story to tell.
Weird homeless dude that lives in his van.
I mean, there's a lot of dirt roads with this thing.
It's like a triple threat, you know? It's very clever.
We used to run the streets of Haskins, Ohio together.
Palkapalooza, Palkaville, Palkarama. It's like Legos. It's gonna build daily.
When I say bike, people are like, oh yeah, he's got a Harley. I'm like, no. He pedaled that whole ride.
Moved from Ohio to California on his bicycle.
That's crazy.
Crazy with a good heart.
Ambitious and crazy.
You've done something that I would only dream of doing, but I'm too scared to do it.
Which is insane. Because that's ballsier than a van.
I think it's ballsy, man.
You've got balls like bowling balls.
And if I had the balls, it would be easy, believe me.
Everyone wanted to know what that experience was like, but I couldn't sum up 5 weeks in 5 minutes. So I started writing. I ran out of water in the desert.
And a cat too vacant to move unless she needs to.
Fell in love along the Mississippi.
I need you to south.
Spent the night with witches. Went head to head with a bull at dawn. Rode across the highest highway in America. After 3 months of writing 12 hours a day, I had a book. Then came the revisions and rejection letters. They piled into the hundreds. I told myself if I could get just one person to read the manuscript, they couldn't ignore the message.
It's just that loneliness took me for a ride that I've done.
Among my piles of fan mail, I started writing and recording the novel soundtrack. Words alone couldn't convey that journey. I wanted the soundtrack to be like a prize in a Cracker Jacks box, to get people out of their daily grind, to get them to experience their world in a new way. Then one day, someone from California requested the manuscript. The agent signed me. By then, I was on to the next thing. I wanted to move into a VW bus and tour college campuses.
Sometimes I dream out loud.
A modern-day Johnny Appleseed. I wanted a face-to-face connection, to offer young minds an alternative to the conventional route. I flew to New York with my agent. The publishers
As long as the moon shakes the sea,
loved the idea.
never give in. Someday you may win.
I waited. The publishers never received the manuscript.
I think we got that one.
I sent it myself, but it was too late. I wound up in the slush pile. The hell with it.
I know you love.
I bought the VW bus,
It's gotta be.
started a small press and published the novel and soundtrack.
It dreams of you.
The rest be damned.
Visions of, visions of, visions tell the truth.
Fuck it all. Go live for yourself and find what you're passionate about out there.
I just don't know how I'm going to be able to pull off everything.
Time is slipping away.
It's not that if I fail, I don't sell any books,
You may be poor and you may not find your soulmate.
but everything I believe in, the way I live my life, what if that's a failure?
This is a young country. You know? We're just kind of still
figuring
figuring
it
out what it is exactly that we're supposed to be.
Do you want to start a company?
If you're gonna do it, just do it. There's no one else around. If you're gonna do it, just do it.
So I found this on eBay.
Nothing's gonna stop you now.
I was at Where's Delta, Utah, but I had ridden through that town on my bicycle trip. I ended up spending the night with some witches.
Really? They're like satanic witches or like Wiccan witches?
Hide your demons in the dark.
To do what you feel you're being led to do.
There's signs out there.
And who knows what that is? Maybe it's some of those demons we were talking about.
The demon made me buy the bus. Click buy it now. $8,700. Delta, Utah is 570 miles away. So I found a guy on Craigslist rideshare from Malibu. He's going up to ski in Salt Lake City.
Hello, she said to me.
I got my own symbol.
Life is a doorway. Yesterday I lost the key.
Look at this snow. We were going 90 miles an hour. We're going about 30.
Pour me a drink, light my cigarette. Talk to me.
Middle of nowhere, Utah.
'Cause there's no way I can stay. Can you dream a little dream? Can you dream of me? Can you dream a little dream of tender mercy? Mercy, she said to me. This is not what I had planned. This is not how it's supposed to be. No, don't you know there's a life outside is waiting for me. And there's no way I can stay. Can you dream a little dream?
What did I get myself into?
I think the bus will absolutely break down. I'm sorry. I'm an honest lawyer. What can I say?
Breaking down in the desert or anything like that. That stresses me out and pisses me off. But it doesn't scare me. It's Walmart and strip mall bullshit. That stagnant lifestyle, it's a scary thing.
Now we don't even get power. Fuck.
And you might call us freaking out every once in a while, and we'll all help you through it. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit.
This is what happens when you buy something on eBay, sight unseen.
Yep, you're feeling abandoned.
Place. I can crack it by hand too. Maybe like this. You put this on down, you bang it, and the inside comes one piece. And don't forget to close the garage, okay? Yep.
I've done his fancy trademark for him. I know, I'm gonna be involved in all the non-sexy parts of this project.
Those bright lights are making you feel lonely.
You're gonna get to paint the bus.
Oh yeah.
Wishing that you could be blind.
You were wearing all white?
Not for long.
There she is.
What up, player?
To kind of bring us in.
That wheel took you across the country. Better than have a big sunshine, a big sun, you know, right above your head the whole way.
I've been working for Palka since I was about 15 years old. Working in his family's fudge shop, I used to sell the fudge that Palka made. I'm not the attorney right now, I'm the artist right now.
Let me pick you up, 'cause you've never ever let me down. If you're loaded and lonely, chasing a ghost that you never.
See, we're what we call Rusahai. That's Russian Armenian. Or is Eastern Armenia.
Hey, Grandpa Sarkisian. My name is Sarkis Manjigia.
Love that I'm your music supervisor.
Come on in the sun, Cass.
We reconnected out here in California. Now I can work.
Had a friend named Julio. He had the voice for the radio.
So I think Tim's totally on board now.
First time that I met you, you gave me a secret handshake.
Tried to run for president.
For anyone to take a chance on me, I need to take a chance on myself first.
You want to make something that's so great and so important that everybody's going to take notice.
Two guys living out here in LA. Must ride motorcycles. Must like girls.
Yes, I do ride Harley Davidson, and I am sad.
Oh man.
My brother and I, we made a living playing music. That's how we did it, man, independently.
There's always been a lot of talented people here. They're having a lot of fun and they're out there doing it, but they're not making a lot of money.
When you don't have any management or anyone helping you do that, it takes 4.5 years.
Sad day to be losing Palka.
My own personal lawyer. I highly suggest you get
Attorney of record.
one. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, buddy.
You were the one, but I'll keep on moving.
Man, this is home.
Can't slow down when you go it alone.
California.
Since making friends with your telephone.
Back to the Buckeye State.
I don't really want to leave LA. This is the first place that's really felt like home in a long while.
Being in one place, that's when you get the crazies. That's when you drink too much.
Go easy on the Jack Daniels.
Oh, fuck, I don't know what to say.
Wait anymore. I kind of always knew.
Indescribable.
Because the road is a great place to be.
Happy rambling to you, my good friend.
I think you always thought I'd spend a long time alone. So here come the phone calls and last-ditch letters to try and pull you back together with me. Back together with me.
All right, well, good luck to you, man.
Thanks so much.
You and your book and your project, man, I think it's great.
Gonna pack my bags and go see Chelsea. Gonna take some time and just stay home. Gonna drink all night till I can sleep alone.
Good luck.
You know, I'd feel much better if I knew you miss me when I'm driving through the night in the pouring rain.
Where's the soulmate?
Feel much better if I knew your name.
Is there really a girl, or is that America?
If you're doing what you love, you can get through it.
I kind of always knew you wouldn't stay alone for long.
I'd rather live in this thing. At least I wake up somewhere and it's different every day.
I'd spend a long time alone. I kind of always knew you wouldn't stay alone for long.
Just that I really believe in you.
I think you always thought I'd spend a long time alone.
Other people see this light that's in you. You know, taking that light and spreading it around.
To try and pull you back together. The phone calls and last-ditch letters to try and pull you back together. The phone calls and last-ditch letters to try and pull you back together with me. Back together with me. Back together with me. Back together with me. I kind of always knew you wouldn't stay alone for long.
I don't remember when I met Matt. I've known him my entire life.
I would hope still where he grew up was home. The Greenwood Drive gang.
Greenwood Drive.
Like the good old days.
It's very middle America. It was the ultimate place to have an innocent childhood.
So who are you guys? Well, in another century, we're Matt Palka's parents, but presently we're Matt Anthony Wayne, and I'm not sure if this is Martha Washington. Well, this is my little play corner here at Dandy's Lane, place that Matt refers to as the Fudge Shop.
Grand Rapids Fudge Factory in Grand Rapids, Ohio. Well, it's been over 20 years.
You guys did reenactments before the store.
Yes.
What got you into the store? The love of fudge.
That was your love. We make at least 50 different kinds of fudge. He'd be here almost every weekend making fudge for us, and that's how he earned the money to pay for his first car.
You can either eat this fudge or rub it all over your body. Chocolate, walnut. Hey, paisan, come and get your fudge here. Who's good with the pizza?
Here she is, bicycle that made it from Ohio to California. This is where the last picture was taken when I left from my folks' place. Still got the cornfields surrounding the small town. Not too much has changed in Haskins. Nothing more small town America than this.
Well, without training, I was very, very worried.
Well, I tried to make certain that the boy was prepared. I gave him a can of mace, and I gave him a really good hunting knife with a nice compass. I don't know how much money he took with him, not very damn much. He hid it someplace in his left sock in a hollow tooth. He tried to be clever about it, but I think he got found out. The brigands stripped him of his cash.
I don't think you really do a lot of preparing when you go. You just decide to go and make it an adventure.
I just look like a madman. I think I'm gonna look like a madman during this whole thing. But you can't prepare more. You can prepare more. You can never be too prepared. One of the great things about taking the bicycle across the country, there's not much that could break down on it. One thing, you're taking a lot longer to get there, but you know you're going to get there. Or at least you think you know you're going to get there, as long as you can keep this together. And I'm reading this manual. I could tinker back there. But what? I don't know. I haven't showered in 5 days. It's about 6:30 a.m. and I really need to take a shit.
Not afraid to speak my mind. I want to take you home.
This is my book. Thank you.
Yep. Excellent.
Awesome.
Woohoo! Do what it is that you wanna do.
Holy crap, they need the proofs by the 25th. What's today? Each correction page is $19? I better have this right. We're in Missouri with the wide open spaces of America. I can definitely feel a rebirth in me. I haven't showered yet. I don't know if I will.
I work for the Toledo Mud Ants. I'm the clubhouse manager.
Joe's my cousin. We already said that?
Yeah. It was coming to around $2,000 to $3,000 extra just to fly the team with normal commercial air. So we decided to send the stuff on the road, and Matt, basically, we load up the team's equipment after the last game at home, He drives it down to the next city, up to 11, 12 hours away, and then drops the equipment off there to their clubhouse manager.
What did I put in, 5 years? I put in 5 years or something like that.
He's at 5 seasons.
Never won a championship the year I leave.
We won it. Then we won it at the end of next year.
Now
I'm... had to get rid of Matt.
Oh, I need seeds, yeah. Holy shit.
When I'm feeling sleepy, I get some sunflower seeds, a little spittoon, and toll roads. I'm reaching for my pocket. We had a little dump. Those are fresh. So they're slimy wet.
It's funny how I called Joe up when I was back in LA and asked him what was going on with the runs. So that's how I'm paying for my small press to print the actual books. 1246, taking off for Durham, North Carolina. Mud Hens Equipment Transfer 1 is in the can. Made my first $500. So my baby's in good hands at Bookmasters in Ashland, Ohio.
Everything look good?
Yep.
Okay, good. You can give that to him with no corrections. So let's go see that in process.
Fall down for something I did, won't let the world fall down. For something I did, won't let the world fall down. For something I did, won't let the world fall down. For something I did, won't let my world fall down. For something I did, don't let my world fall down. For something I did.
So what'd you major in?
I majored in theater performance acting. I kind of learned how to write just from breaking down a script. So I never really wanted to be a writer. I just had that story to tell. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to see it all happen.
I mean, the same thing with the VW bus. Matt called me, he was like, "Hey, Ratushin, I bought this VW bus, man." I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. I mean, he's not pedaling this time. I mean, he is. He's pedaling his book and his music.
Who's driving this thing? Not me.
I can see how this trip's already gonna go.
I think at Spring Green we're gonna get Ratushin behind the wheel.
I don't know if that's a good idea. You want to make it. You want to make it across the country. You don't want me to break your shit in Wisconsin.
I don't know, maybe. VW bus tour parking brake.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Can I take my foot off this brake now?
Well, it's not a major problem, as long as we can fix it. We'll make it. Hopefully this is the problem. Just blocking the jets. See what kind of mechanic Matt Palka is. Fuel filter on. The timings, or the mixture's a little bit off.
I needed to check the oil on my own thing here, so just go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Just go on.
I don't know if we'll make it too far.
All right, well.
That wasn't far. Maybe we need to be like Little Miss Sunshine and get a running start.
Seems like we've gone backwards now.
Maybe we should just get the toe strap out.
I'll come home when I find out where I'm going. I don't even know how I got lost in a field of muck from that mescaline dream weaving. Will my knots get tighter at the end? Or will I extend onto the floor where I will just get tremble? Life been strong time and unravel slow till I find which way I'm rolling. I just hope that I don't get caught up.
This is actually the VW bus tour. When it's running, it's just an illusion. This is how we get around the country. We get towed everywhere.
Normally,
I get towed everywhere.
there's like a donkey pulling us.
For the early part of the tour, I had to use Chris.
That sucked. I lost a few pounds. It's getting me kind of buff, but... Ugh.
I can't dream, I only hope that I will get out of the dark.
The more forceful the spray, the more it will come off.
Take my time. I'm gonna do it right. Walking my own upside down your door.
Ooh, that one looks good. It's matte polka and Monica press all at the same time.
Yep.
You need to find your braless hippie chicks to wear those for you.
That's alright.
To the floor I am rolling. Better get back down.
They're simple, but they're not real reliable, are they?
That's how it's supposed to start. I'm tired. This is what happens when a company doesn't have quality.
Backward symbol?
Yeah.
Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Yeah, but I mean, where does she live? Out of town?
Yeah.
He sure gets some out of town tootsies, doesn't he? Jesus Christ.
So we've got a Porsche coil in. It's gonna work for like a few miles around town. Feels like we got a bucket Bronco on our hands.
Take my time. I'm gonna do it right.
Well, we had worked later on Friday than we wanted to. We were just going to go to the restaurant up at Roxbury to get a bite to eat. Passed by you there and saw you standing out in front of the red van that has what looks to me to be like an ice cream cone with landing gear and wings on it. Painted on the side. Anyway, we drove past the first time and I said to Freddie, I said, do you think they needed help? Freddie said, I don't know. They were just standing around outside the car. I said, yeah, but they had all the doors open. The Studebaker here graciously gave up her coil for a test. It came to naught. But obviously, it still has a couple issues yet, so I don't know.
How'd you get into Studebakers?
When I was in high school in 1969, you want the long version? You can cut this out, so I'll give you the long version. Anyway, I had the car for about a year and a half. At the time, I thought, man, this thing leaks, gets rusty. I mean, if you close the trunk lid the wrong way, it bites your fingers off. It rattled prodigiously, but God, there was something about the car that just was endearing anyway.
We found a pinhole here, so we drove all the way to Janesville, Wisconsin, about an hour and 20 minutes away.
And this is the only fuel pump in the state of Wisconsin.
After that one left, I never got over it, and about 5 or 6 years ago, through marital negotiations, I was finally allowed to spring for a collector car, and I was like, I gotta have another Hawk. But it's a fun car to have because usually wherever I go, you always will see people pointing and smiling. Look at that. What is that?
It's the same reason I got the bus.
Yeah.
It's to make people smile.
Right. Through circumstances regarding old cars, you get to meet interesting people. That's what it's all about, in my book.
The fourth day, I am truly mystified. Chris has since left the tour, so now I'm back to a one-man show. Come on, Barb. Day 5, broken down in Wisconsin. I'm gonna write a new song called Broken Down Outside of Madison. This is it. There's nothing left to change on the bus. New distributor cap, new arm, and what hopefully is really the cause, an $8 item, a condenser. What if this isn't it? This is the moment of truth. I'm gonna zoom in and start the engine. Barb is back. She runs like a dream. The VW bus tour can continue. It's getting kind of weak there, but I just remembered how tough the bicycle trip was, but I didn't give up there. I didn't tuck my tail and run back. I set forward with this thing, and I'm gonna follow through on it. So catching up here with Jeff Groh in New York City.
Palka was in my acting class in college, and then that's how I met him.
Remember how you slept on the platform as I wait for the train?
The novel started as a screenplay that I wrote while living on my buddy's floor in New York City.
Palka was shopping the screenplay around, and this guy says, this isn't a screenplay, this is a novel. This thing is huge. Palka, being Palka, made it a novel. As an artist, do you have to have a product? We had a product already. Discoverosis.
You happy now? You tell the world I hug trees, is that what you tell them?
Why magic?
Why magic? I think of it as like a reminder that the experience is possible all the time. See, people, that's why people thrill seek. They jump out of planes, they do roller coasters. It's an extreme example of it. That's why I try to do things with ordinary objects. Ordinary magic. Which sounds boring, but it's actually better than extraordinary magic.
For the Mine Fest, the pirate flag will be raised.
Not Palka rules.
Yeah, that's what this flag says.
Palka. You come, you camp at the site before. You can't even come to my campground and camp. No, you camp in a parking lot in your van. What is it, Barb? Come on, man. There's a sexier name than Barb. But anyways, dude, thank you for being at the festival.
This is what life is like on the road.
I'm wearing this uniform for weeks now, but I won't let it be when I'm buried in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the music hangout. Beer tents. I know the distance makes you weak now, though you say you're still praying.
Yes, I believe I did raise you. It's a lot of fun doing the reenactments, and it's kind of an educational thing. You learn about past history and I'm unknown.
Oh, and then she's a French tart that I picked up on the coast of France. You see, I had this beautiful uniform that was made by this beautiful lady, and so I thought I'd better utilize it or I'd be in a lot of trouble.
When did you guys start doing reenactments?
In 1976.
76, the bicentennial of this great country.
Did you make our
First ones.
clothes?
You
she
made
did.
quite a bit of it.
I ain't seen the Lord.
It can mesmerize you, Johnny. It'll frost your apples too.
I'm beyond pollinating anything.
It began as a family experience, but once we saw what was happening, I think it became somewhat subconsciously intentional. There's not enough adventure in the world these days. I don't think there's too many guys out there that have watched cowboy movies or stories of the pioneers that don't want to get out there with a rifle in their hand, out there looking for the bears in the woods. We wanted the children to learn these lessons that the other children playing in the schoolyard were not going to experience.
Nights get cold and I start to shiver. So I sleep with the angels that lay in the field. I see the Lord walking down on the river, saying the water's warm, boy, you can swim right here. And I say, won't you baptize me in forgiveness?
It was great having young children, introducing them to the implements with which their forefathers won this country.
I've got this rifle in my hands, it feels like a Bible. And if you're gonna make me into a man, I must look like a child.
Oh my goodness, you're going to let them play with sharp, pointy objects?
Like that.
Yeah, so that they know how to care for them, so they know what the pointy objects can do.
I haven't done this in years. You gotta watch out for this guy, he'll cut you in half.
Oh golly, you're gonna let them shoot a flintlock, you're actually gonna let them shoot a rifle, a gun? My heavens, yes. So they have respect for it.
Let me split him.
No. I don't have a name for it. My friends used to call it the dance of death.
Dance of death.
All right, get out of here.
I have a question for you.
In all seriousness, what might that be?
How tough is it for you to not speak in a Scottish accent when you're dressed in historical?
Lottie, is most difficult because it naturally fall in that way, you see. Or if you run out of ammunition, you still got powder, you rip the buttons off your coat, you throw them down there, and you shoot your buttons, it makes a really big hole. Skewer marshmallows on the end of those, and they're cook it over the campfire.
And the kids got to do learning how to cook on an open fire.
So I'd like to take this moment to say it's your fault that I live like a hippie in a Volkswagen bus. Here on the VW bus tour, a dry shower is never complete without your baby wipes. Quick and easy and sanitary while on the road. Just make sure nobody's watching you. Or dipping pretzels into peanut butter.
That's pretty good. Get that peanut butter and protein. That's great.
Hey, buddy.
Yep. Third time across the country in this thing.
That's what they say. It's all right if you talk to yourself. It's when you argue with yourself and lose, you got a problem.
The cooking on an open flame has just become to can opener, opening a can, and eating cold pork and beans.
This can opener sucks. So it's fava beans and some good shit.
Yeah, well, I think we need to get a little flame going for that.
So what was your favorite thing about Rendezvous?
Sitting by the campfire after all the work was done and talking with friends and relaxing with family. That probably was one of the best parts about it.
Where exactly are we at? Is this called Othello or?
Othello Lane, Cooley, Richmond.
Well, here's to the middle of frickin' nowhere, Othello. I'm glad to be in the middle of nowhere. This is a newer one called Road Rambling Queen.
So be my road rambling queen. I'll take the wheel, you just sing. If you want, I'll be your king. Play you a song from this string.
This is the first guitar I ever learned how to play on. It's my father's guitar, and I stole it from him when I went off to college. I knew it was hiding underneath his bed. He hadn't played it in years, so I just stole it, and then I taught myself. Good morning, the VW bus tour.
The second story, the top bunk.
That's it, that's home. Ain't much.
I have waited for you. Where to love me? She goes high, I go. Where to love me? She asks why I don't know. Gotta leave the East Coast before we get old. We're heading out west with two
Have music inspiration.
I can't wait. I'll be there.
his pockets full of dreams, you say. But we've got nothing left to lose. We're heading west today, so we will be passing through Ohio. We're just a band on the run, looking for some girls and fun.
No, anything's possible. I can do it. I've done it. This is a song about not making it out of Ohio. I couldn't do that. Not on the first day.
We got nothing left to lose. We're heading west today, so we never made it through Ohio.
When I moved to California that summer day, I had $600, no credit card, no cell phone. The furthest I had ridden was 18 miles ever. And that was in preparation for the trip. So I wanted to go out, wanted to find what it really meant to be alive, and I found out, what it meant to ride a bicycle 2,361 miles from the Little Red Bike to Little Red Bus. This song is about what I thought this was going to be. I thought it was going to be good times and lazy days.
Gold diamond spreads wealth from the sky above to all these seeds floating around, searching for love. Well, shine na 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 na. Come with me to stay. Ooh la 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 la. On a lazy day.
Half the reason I bought the bus was it was in the same town, this little podunk town in the middle of Utah, where I spent the night with witches, and they dripped holy oil over my head in my sleep. They were bringing in all these evil spirits into the world, and one demon attacked his wife's ovaries. And I mean, this is what you run into on the road. I'm still alive. I'm still fine. From my experience, what I've found is America is alive, well, and caring. If we're here and if this is it, let's go out and see the world. Let's take time out. Let's take a slower path. Oscar Wilde said, life is too important to be taken seriously. Bob Dylan, it's life and life only. This is just a thing called life. The kid skipping stones on a stream, flying through his head all kinds of crazy dreams. Stops a robber and he slays a dragon. Sees a princess from a flooding canyon. That boy lives in a fantasy. He ain't quite right. Oh, come on, Mama, Dad. It's just a thing called life. But what scares the hell out of me is what if I never got on the bike and moved to California? I wouldn't know what I know. Nobody ever taught me how to play guitar, sing. I never wrote anything more than 12 pages before I wrote this novel. You know, what is it you want to do in life? Thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate it.
We found it in Wayne, Ohio in a farmer's barn. It was totally wrapped in chicken wire. It was being used as the chicken coop. They were laying eggs in egg cartons, which were in the car filled with straw.
What was the attraction to restoring old vehicles?
You can get a handle on it and learn to be self-sufficient. There wasn't anyone else around if this thing quit running to tell me how to fix it or how to get it running again. And I felt pretty superior being able to keep it running and to fix it when it quit. It quit frequently on the road. Took 5 years to restore it, and the only power tool that I had was a 3/8 electric drill. Everything else was by hand, all hand tools. That's back when they had real metal in them, and I got in there with that 16-pound shot put and banged it all out and smoothed it down and worked it with a hammer, and it took a long, long time. We're going to replace the generating equipment on this Volkswagen bus. Rah, rah, rah. Arrgh. I don't know anything about these. This is German. I don't speak German. I have no idea.
So we're supposed to find the nut in here.
I don't see any nut. Oh, this is just crazy.
It's right here, buddy. It's right there. It's not what I'm looking for. Nuts to get the carburetor out.
It's not what I'm looking for.
Well, one thing at a time. Don't get ahead of me.
I just don't want to lose the parts.
That's what I'm saying.
Right there. Just
don't stop right there. We finally got the generator out with a fan shield. What do you call this?
That's the black part that's connected to the silver part.
Who's been doing the work?
Well, you asked me what was more important.
Well, putting beers on ice is important.
There you go. Well, here, don't lose the Woodruff key.
Couple shims.
That's the only non-German part in the whole thing. You got a lot of fans, Matt. This is one of them.
It's locking up on us.
The rebuilders didn't properly rebuild, and the heads are too damn thick. We're gonna grind the heads off the damn thing so it doesn't rub against the pulley. I'm gonna start charging you my overtime rate. I would say leave it at that and make adjustments on it tomorrow if necessary.
Yeah.
Still 18, I decided that I was going to go to Washington. I was just bored, and I didn't want to be in Michigan anymore. And everywhere I went was like the same. I felt it was the same thing. I was working for Starbucks and wearing a uniform, and I didn't want to go to school, and I just wanted to play music. I thought about it, and then I did it a week or two later, and it was just like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. On the road out there, it's kind of a blur. I mean, I was just looking out the window the whole time. The very first day that I hit Seattle, I started busking and playing on the street for money and stuff. and then I'd camp at night, and then I'd go back to Seattle and do the same thing, and I was so broke, so broke. Moments of amazement were how nice everybody was. I play music because it's really the only thing that I really, really get a rush from and enjoy.
When you don't know exactly where to go, but somewhere out there there's a shadow of a place that'll welcome you home. Welcome you home.
I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but just driving 340 miles shit for $20 from the bar, one CD sale and a $2 tip isn't cutting it. I know that it's part of, building it a step at a time. The Hastings bookstore, lady didn't even know I was showing up. She said, I thought you were coming on Saturday. But I made 2 really good connections with people there. The one guy bought a CD, just trying to follow the signs to see what I'm supposed to do next. I just wonder when the money's going to run out. Actually, the money's already running out. Who knows, maybe sell the Mustang too. It's been such a sprint. I'm totally losing track of days, time, events. So right now we're at, how are we? I think we're still in Oregon. We're going into Idaho. Oh man, last night was the first night's sleep in like a week. I slept in the bus again in another motel parking lot. I never know how much to give to you. Believe me, I want to give it all, but there's some things that are just only meant for me. What's your name?
My name's Barry Jones. I'm from Sarnia, Ontario, an hour from Detroit.
I'm an hour from Detroit.
Yeah.
South of there.
Right.
Toledo area.
Yeah, Toledo. I know Toledo. The Mudheads. But yeah, I was planning on hitchhiking out here, and then I met this wonderful guy, and he drove me out all the way from Toronto to Vancouver. Kind of bummed around, just trying to kind of be alone with my my maker, I guess you could say. I had this romantic vision that I'd travel the world and learn all the styles of guitar playing, and then that in itself would just naturally imbue me with my own sound. Instead, I always felt that I was a facsimile of someone, that I was just reproducing someone else's sounds, and I figured that if I just kept traveling around and just kept playing and playing and playing and playing and playing, that I would figure something out, or something figure me out, I guess. I came out here to learn to work on a few songs. This is one of them.
What do you want to do? Keep it alive on the road?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to, actually one day I'd like to buy a car. I'd like to have enough money just to buy a car. Some brakes for my pedal bike. Not live in the poverty line anymore, because I've been doing that for 10 years. You name it. Waiters, construction, demolition. That was fun, because we just have to break things. What I'm hoping to do is to have a repertoire of songs, and then eventually see if I can make money off of them, but of course by maintaining the integrity of the struggle and the openness of my life, because I've really done a lot of miles.
That's where Barry comes from. We're okay. Yeah, if you can meet up with boys, man, bring you on stage, have you do a song or two.
It's kind of hard to sing when you're dead tired, sick, and 8 in the morning or whatever.
Starlit skies wild and I turn around to see all the light it bleeds into me.
It was sleeting or snowing when I was pulling into, where are we at? Flagstaff, Arizona. I really want to check out the Grand Canyon, but I have to get back to Toledo so I can run the team's equipment at Boston, so I'm not going to make it to the Grand Canyon. These are the sacrifices you make to accomplish the things you want to do. I am here in Richmond, Virginia. This is the last of my equipment runs. I don't know how I'm going to have any more real money coming in. This is kind of it. Speaking of sacrifices, I'm going to make arrangements to sell my Mustang. But first I have a song and video to record about the girl from my novel. Page 2 of the novel, of the bicycle novel, there's this girl in frayed blue jeans and a white tank top playing selections at the jukebox. And it's the girl I was going to go up and talk to, just need a little more liquid courage. And then when I went to find her, she was gone. Frayed blue jeans, springtime sun, way to move me, baby, you're the one, you are the one, you are the one.
But I would do something different than Matt. I would do something like a strumming thing, like different chord voicings, but again, they might sound pretty cool over what you're doing. Okay, we got it.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
get
I mean,
here.
we got the tune.
You figure just work drums out while we're there? You're dealing with pros, buddy.
You're dealing with pros, baby.
Do this all the time.
For a living.
I want to hear the secret weapon.
Tomorrow, amigo.
We were very fortunate to have a lot of cool people that worked with us and who wanted to help us for practically nothing, who understand what you're trying to do. Largely, that's other artists. However, you know, if you can get support from your family, if you can get support from the people that are around you, that will carry you a long ways.
So here's the deal. Don't worry about getting your take right now or singing perfect or anything like that.
Right.
It's
Just to get the arrangement.
Yeah.
You gotta stay on the one there. Well, in any case, I'm gonna punch you at the same place.
Alright, cool, let's just punch in then.
Hand in a pocket and I'm around you. Lean close in your rocket.
I'm going to play this one. I mean, you know, that's pretty damn good. Do we have all the parts?
Parts is parts.
We've got all the parts, except for the... We talked about maybe the Dobo,
So you're thinking about bringing the Bobo in?
Maybe just for that
I think I would get on mix, man. I think that it's good.
Yeah.
More, you can start adding stuff on this, man, forever.
The only thing I'm saying is I'm wondering if you ought to try playing your guitar part on the dobro.
I really like how it sounds right now. I was just thinking like a little slide in there.
Well, I didn't
Maybe
bring
we
my
should...
slide.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, I do have a slide. But
I was just thinking on the...
Try it if you want.
Can we hear the... Ooh.
You know what? If you hear that and you're strong about it, do it.
I was even, no debt, besides student loan money. And now I'm in debt, $35,000. What are you gonna do? No debt, you know, kind of the ordinary, conventional life. Debt, but I have a dream.
If he could ride his bike from Toledo to Tahoe, I can come back to Youngstown and make a film. It's just one of those things where a lot of people around you seem to just kind of be going through the motions, and there's somebody who comes along and then like does something huge.
Rolling and action.
Odd being at this other side of the camera.
When you're doing it, just like literally just do this, like over here.
Like, hey, this is my friend from LA, but meeting in Hollywood. It's really bizarre. Action. That's nice. There you go, right there.
Stop. One more time.
Your old Mustang convertible, that was fun. Brought the old Mustang home as a wreck, and you remember I shook my head when you did that and said, now what the hell are we going to do with this? It was leaking gas all over the place, and I wondered how you got home without blowing yourself up.
You know, that Mustang was everything to me. It was, that was a different dream. I hope that I'm not a fool. How far is that Mustang money gonna get me? What if at some point I have to get off the road? I am entirely alone on the road, away from friends, family, from anything I know. And it doesn't feel weird, it feels at home. I can't believe it. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I'm away from everything I've ever known. What would you like to see your son accomplish with everything he's doing? What's the best that you'd like to see happen?
I'd like to see my son accomplish his dream and never be afraid to dream.
What's his dream?
Well, that's in his heart. That's in his heart. That's a personal thing. No man knows another man's dream.
Dream, oh dream, 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 my life away, oh yeah.
This time yesterday, I felt the world on my side. Help, it came my way on a billboard outside. Changed my mind so many times until I found my point of view. As long as we're together, it doesn't matter what we do. 'Cause I could come home to you, you could come home to me. Anything you could need is everything I could be. I could come home to you, you could come home to me. Anything you could need is everything I could be. When it comes to making signs, they shouldn't be a mystery. Loud and clear, say what you hear, say what you want yourself to say.
Hello, I'm Matt Palka, and I need an intervention. Guess what's happening now? I'm broke down again. Where the hell am I? The other end, the other side of the petrified forest. New Mexico? What if I get stuck out on the road? No, almost across the state of Arizona. Yeah, a little bit of jerry-rigging going on here. I'm overheating. A little bit of jerry-rigging in my life. The engine's super hot, so these 45-minute, hour, how long breaks aren't doing anything for it. Can I keep this afloat? Something's amiss. How long? But this hints at the bigger issue. Am I gonna crack? Before what? Before I make it? Before success? What does that even mean anymore? I don't want to be alone the rest of my life. I mean, all this is just some dream that was in my head, and that's what you're watching right now. Not happy. Adjusted the valves more open today. Checked the dipstick. There's absolutely no oil left in it. I might be stuck in Arizona or New Mexico. Maybe this is all just a test, just like, maybe this is, one big schoolyard, just like life. I don't know.
I hope I'm making the right decisions. Out here alone on the road. I hope I don't let everyone down. The wire going to my oil light was not tight, so there was no indication that I was losing oil. I just fixed that. We lost oil, that's why we were losing power. Without all this old oil, I'd be stuck here on the side of the road going nowhere, so I'm lucky that I didn't actually return the old oil to recycle it. So let's see how this runs.
I made a big mistake by getting on the interstate. I think I got it too late.
Apparently my gas is turning to vapors. It's getting so hot it just cooks it, turns it to vapor, and that's the loss of power. So they said just a little cold water, pour it over the fuel pump. I thought I was gonna get stuck in Arizona forever. Here in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
What's that symbol for?
Oh, that motherfucker's tight.
It's alright.
So what are you doing? Moment in the Sun.
Yep.
Is that your new album?
That's the soundtrack and the book.
Yeah.
The book.
Oh, you doing the book too?
Yeah.
That's sweet. Is that where you from, Ohio?
Yep, originally.
I'm from Wisconsin originally.
Oh, right on, man. Good people in Wisconsin, man. Some people helped me out and get me back on the road. I was stuck there for 5 days.
Yeah, there's some good people there.
Yep.
I mean, I'm from there. Yeah, I'm good people.
Right on, man. What's your name?
Scott.
Scott?
They call me Cobra. All right, homie.
Right on, man. Take it easy, Cobra.
This is a real car, which gets me where I need it, and I don't have to walk no more. I got a Mopar. This is a real car, she gets me where I need it, and I don't have to walk no more. Some people living together as the sun burns.
In Oklahoma right now. This is the third fuel pump. Hopefully I'll stay on the road this time.
Never doing what I said, only to find it, only to find it, only to see what's in my head.
I don't even know if I'm into Kansas yet. Another time overheated. Woo! Kansas, almost. About 30 miles outside of Wichita.
Palka's gonna play. We've never actually played together before.
But I can stay and have a drink with you tonight. So grab a bottle and let's drink till you hell. It's the only thing worth drinking for.
A lot of people said, you gotta like traveling the country a lot better in the bus rather than the bicycle. And on days like today, it's just raining and cold and not so much fun. Yeah, it's good to have the four walls of the bus. But then there's days when you don't know what the problem is, you think it's overheating. But those days when you're not making any progress. If I haven't made it obvious before, this shit is getting old. I kind of wish I did have the bicycle along with me. It's gotta be the ethanol. Rain gets in where I sleep from the back door. I just drove for 5 miles on the fucking shoulder. I
I bought 4 new fuel filters. Let's see if that does anything. It was a great drive the first half of the day. This is enough to make you go insane. Insane. Can I catch a break? Can I please just catch a break? Honestly, I don't even know if this helps. Yeah, I just put that last one on, what, 10 miles ago? This is how you lose your goddamn mind. Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking. I'll take any suggestions. It's the only thing I can think of to do. And as soon as you get to town, you set up, you play a show, then you pack it away, and then you start driving again for some town 500 miles away. And you don't have anyone driving but you don't have anyone filming but you. You're the only one playing music, you're the only one entertaining, you don't take any time for sleep or any time to eat. That's how you lose your mind. This might end up being a really long day. I'm sitting in the bus right now in a hotel parking lot. It's about 4:30 a.m. Nothing helps now, nothing works. Fuel filters, fuel pump changes won't work. It won't do it. I made it about 3 miles, switching out a brand new fuel filter, a new fuel pump, let the bus sit for 2 hours to cool down. That doesn't help. Pouring cool water over the fuel pump doesn't work. Fuck. So I got this light. Didn't really need a valve adjustment. Took the carburetor off, cleaned that out, shot some air through the jets. I switched out a new distributor cap. Then I went to start her up again, and guess what?
You know, it's very hard to make it on your own. It's so
You have to
hard,
pace
and
yourself.
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, you can burn out. You know, recognize when you are burned out, and say, "Hey, man, I'm burned out, and I did all I could right now, and take a freaking break."
Somebody lift up my soul. It's just laying there. Send it up to heaven, where the angels can care. Lead me out of this deception to somewhere I should be. 'Cause what I thought was heaven.
Guess what happened today? I broke the accelerator line. There must be too much ethanol. I finally called in a tow from AAA. Said, get me the hell out of St. Louis. They drove me 100 miles, then 20 miles off the book. I paid them 60 bucks cash. And then I waited an hour, called AAA up again and told them, hey, I made it 20 miles and then had another breakdown. The good old tow truck's gonna get me across this whole state of Illinois and into Indiana where I can get real gasoline again.
Well, I can't say you were right, and I can't say you were wrong, but the road to heaven,
ethanol tastes like ass.
so very long.
Have that?
Really? I may not.
Hopefully all it is ethanol.
Stop the wheels, throws it into park. Push on the accelerator pedal. Let's make sure this thing's gonna work cleanly. Ah, that wire flipped back and smacked me right on the finger.
Yeah, I did that. And it just occurred to me, I can do anything, but I don't have to do everything. I feel much more at peace.
Send me down some angels before I hit the ground.
what the bus looks like after months of touring. Home has gotten messy. So winterizing the bus, I don't know, me and Barb. Mrs. Barb, by the way, badass red bus. Gotta fill in the hood scoops so the choke doesn't freeze over.
Look and see. Reach out with your heart. 'Cause what you thought was the end, baby, is where you gotta start.
Why are you working with this fool? Why are you working with Matt?
I ask myself that every morning when I get my
Yeah,
coffee.
every
I
time he
say
calls me at 10 o'clock
myself
in the morning and says, "When are you coming over to finish my records?"
I have this coffee cup and I turn it. You're still here?
So exactly like that.
My time is very expensive. And I cut him somewhat of a deal.
And then boom.
Was the deal that he gets to come stay at your house and eat all your food for free and get all the work from you? That's the way Palka works.
I am still working on
He's a master negotiator.
I'm still working on my negotiating skills.
This interview completely got away from me. I have no control.
If God made the rain, then you made the sunshine. If you stole all my time, that'd be just fine.
So back up here, Frontier Studios, recording with the Billman Brothers. Gonna finish out my first studio album.
Right here, I'm losing control. If I gave you my heart, would you take all my soul? Oh no. Hair shimmering gold. Forces unseen, swimming
I'm Pete Javere, and this is my studio Americana recorder in Youngstown, Ohio.
Final recordings for Down the Road. I was trying to finish it all up in Michigan, and it became clear, like, you know, did I want to do it right or just get it in the can? I want to do it right, so I'm here in Youngstown, doing it right.
Well, it goes down better with beer, you know.
I like the outro.
And I can get out of it.
You sing like the breeze, as an echo.
Okay. So it's all groovy, it's all good, and then you gotta get us there and have the
Okay.
One shade wimpier than the After Midnight Zone, you know what I mean?
let the sax kind of bring us in, and then right underneath it.
Yeah. Let's listen to it back, Chris.
Hit it at the same time I hit.
A little bit more froggy and
Yeah.
like rough sounding than it usually is.
Felt like I was for shit on that. Oh, great.
I hope you appreciated my snoring.
Hope it works out.
Kind of punctuates the vocals.
this one night, leaving the bar, and everything was kind of hazy. It's pretty cold, man. I don't know. It was in the teens. You got somewhere to go? You got a place to stay? You all right? And I go, did you get in at so-and-so's? And you go, oh, no, I actually stayed in the hallway that night.
Right there where Angles?
Yeah.
That's where I slept.
Right there?
Yeah. I was really embarrassed.
If you're inside and you can see your breath, it's bad. Do what's best for the environment. Doing right by somebody if you're putting a fellow artist or musician up that's coming in from out of town. Now, I've put up several musicians.
From bartending or?
So when the band's coming, I'm the first person that anybody sees. And they go, is there anywhere to eat here? Is there anywhere to stay? It's good to have people that are creating around you. You know, if we could import people to live here and create, I just think the entire local environment would get better.
So where were you at before this space?
Well, I had a space in the mattress factory, and I lived there, and I had a show in the gallery on the first floor. And so my first solo exhibition burned on the walls. It's just a surreal kind of a thing to happen to a young artist. It's so cool and great. It can't be around forever. It's almost like it had to sink, or it had to burn down, because the memory of it is even cooler than the place actually still existing. It was not easy to bounce back. You go through all those phases of anger, you know, the blame, the denial, the acting out. You're on the edge of the knife that you don't want to be on. You know, Youngstown, the people that were here were super amazing, and I had this exhibition. 400 to 500 people show up. It was great. 2 weeks later, the building burns down. So I sold work at that show that people paid for already, and it was still hanging on the walls. And they didn't even want their money back. They didn't want they already cashed the checks. They didn't care about that. I offered to give them another piece later. They said, if you feel like it.
Should I be worried about like drinking anything that the hoses touched?
Yeah, you'll be alright. I mean, I've siphoned this shit before and swallowed something. Perfect place for a young artist to be. It's kind of this post-industrial, blown-out Bohemia. After that, since the building burned, I really didn't have a place to live here, so I went back to France. And I felt like as long as you kept moving, you didn't really have to worry about where you were supposed to be all the time. You know, I'm supposed to be at home, I'm supposed to be here. Living in transit, you don't really worry about it. You worry about the next destination, you worry about the next place maybe to get some food. You worry about the next place where you're going to sleep.
I wish I was rich, I'd never come. The grass is...
These pipes started knocking at 6 a.m. I laid right there.
This is the best spot. This is the heat.
I curled up with it. That's the lowest I think I've ever felt in my life.
God, I never thought I'd feel so good to be alive in Youngstown. Well, alright, I'll go to hell, alright, I'll go.
It was a really good thing to live in that kind of transition of movement. And I did throughout France and Belgium, Netherlands, throughout Western Europe. Came back, had another show. It was kind of like a rehab show. The work was alright in it. But I needed that sense of closure because the first show, it was just great. And I didn't really get to take it down. It burned on the walls. And so I felt like I needed to start where I left off, which would be taking down a show.
Here in Waterville, Ohio, April, Chris is gonna install a new engine that I got shipped up from Mexico. Brand new engine, 1600cc for the VW bus to get me back on the road.
That nut was finger tight. The only thing holding it on was the cotter pin. So if that nut would have come off, the whole tire would have come off.
It was just the pin?
Just the pin was holding the tire on. A 10-cent pin. Just absolutely amazed me as you made it as far as you did. I'm Chris Straube. Started this shop about, it's been what, 16, going on 17 years, and when these comes along, it's kind of a flashback to when I first started working on it. I was 17 years old at a trainee at a Volkswagen dealership. Remember when I was, the 1977 campers were coming off the truck, and those green things with the plaid interiors. I thought, who in the heck's gonna buy one of these? They're so ugly.
So I couldn't have chanced upon a better...
No, it was pure luck. Just me and one other guy, and it's been a great ride, really. I couldn't ask for any better. It could be bigger, but 2 bays is all I want to be. Every customer talks to me, I get to work on all the cars, so it couldn't be any better.
Badlands, South Dakota. I'm gonna play the Hot Sulphur Springs the day after that. Then Bozeman, Montana. Then hitting the West Coast.
Show up on time and be sober and don't wear a blue shirt.
Don't wear a blue shirt?
Yeah, it was Tommy Lee Jones told us that when we were out with Waylon.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Show up on time, be sober, and don't wear a blue shirt.
Don't wear a blue shirt?
See, I'm wearing a blue shirt.
Yeah.
But what that means is, that's really all you have to do to be successful.
I sold a CD last night from a complete stranger. Somebody else bought me a burger. I got some tips. And then I got my first love letter slipped into the window of the bus. She wasn't there when I came out of the show, but
I'm back.
good morning from Norris, Montana. It's a beautiful day. I did sell a book to the lady who was running the campgrounds. She came by, checked for my receipt, see that I paid. Of course, I didn't pay. And we got to talking, and she bought a book. She said, make sure the ranger doesn't cut you. Kind of a signal, a sign. And I said, okay. I just drove out of there. Another free night. No storage, so everything goes on a hanger. Oh yeah, this is Rockstar. This is Rockstar shit here. Booking this tour, I looked at where was it that I hadn't been and where did I want to go.
I'm definitely cool with doing it solo. Oh yeah, booking gigs on the road, making it happen.
Mary McGowan sings her love song every day and plays pretend. Dresses her dolls and lives with mother. Look at what that cat dragged in. Cat goes out now.
I'm living the anything's possible. How's that?
It's raining in Montana. My windshield wipers don't work, so I think we'll just lounge here. Roadside Diaries. Take 25. I played the show last night in Bozeman. It was a great show. A lot of people showed up. I don't know how they're finding out about me. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see that, but Montana is cold. Hopefully the West Coast will be warmer. As soon as I was done with the show, I packed up. I'm on my way to Spokane right now to do the radio show. I started hallucinating and driving at the night. One of these guardrails turned into, I don't know what it was, some like dinosaur thing, some flexing barrier that moved out in the highway. So I had to pull over at a rest area and sleep for about 30 minutes. I'm freezing in the bus. Last night it was 32 degrees. It's a good life.
Am I filming? Am I driving?
Oh, shit. Earthquake.
Am I filming? Am I driving?
Been driving all through the night. Propane camping heater. Well, it doesn't matter right now. You want to make sure it's ventilated.
Well, she grows up to be a runaway. Oh, wait till the story ends. This is the best part of it yet. Oh, well, she cries, lies, gives herself away. Yeah, she ran away from the sound.
You haven't got a whole lot of sleep here, but you got a lot of energy though.
When you're doing what you love, you can do anything. You know, dreams aren't chased, they're built. I mean, there's a lot of dirty work involved in all this. It's a hustle, you know. Well, I think there's clues out there all around.
So speaking of design,
Tell me about the sign that's on your guitar and on the side of the bus. Oh, okay. The symbol. Little clues everywhere.
I'm headed south for the next few shows.
So you like them all the way.
I thought living in a bus was gonna be a... I puked twice this morning. Another piss bottle to empty. I'm not above it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I gotta tell you, I was so excited. I just passed into California today. First time I've been back since I left in the VW bus. Puke, piss, phlegm, bread. Had to shake off an old self, vomit out a past life, so California could welcome me into her arms again. I'm the luckiest guy around. I'm the only guy around. Look at those trees. We don't have this in the Midwest.
Where are you, love? Frayed blue jeans? Follow the signs, love. Don't make me wait forever.
Don't you know?
So when you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing you do. You go to the bathroom. When you wake up in the VW bus, it's no different. So I was kind of tired of pissing in bottles. There was a hole in the bus, so I figured I might as well make good use.
And I will not profane you, crying out your name. Do you know what to do? All the same, yes you will. The dream is real.
What we got here, Sarkis? What is this?
It's a good syrup. It's an old-fashioned traditional.
Returning to the scene of the crime where all this was born, by the garage.
This is actually the van that broke the bus's fall.
The emergency brake isn't for emergencies. It does not work.
There's no front space for it. And good luck. Have a safe trip. What happened?
The bus rolled, yeah.
We're here again. War wounds intact. I can't tell you how many times I've been in this place before, packing up to hit the road. This is, my choice. So I'm just gonna keep traveling. That's what I do. I travel. I love how full circuit it is. That's my buddy Chuck, who's now living in the garage.
Palka-rama, Palkalino. Everything Palka. Fucking beat it. You have taken the initiative to pull out the unthinkable.
Matt Falcon, the Caravan on the soundtrack with this one right here. What's this called, Chris?
Lazy Day.
Here it is, Homegrown Show, 93.3 The Wolf.
Gold diamond spreads wealth from the sky above to all these seeds floating around, searching for love. I hear the wind calling your name, calling to me. Do you hear the same from across the sea? Come with me to stay. Ooh la la, la la la, on a lazy day.
That bus popped up in the middle of the night at like 4:30 in the morning. You woke up in a cold sweat and fucking banged it out on eBay.
Search for years.
You know what? That's a wrap for Chuck. How about that?
For recreational purposes, we got a little pipe here. Bear with me, a little bit of tobacco.
The first time I held you close, I swore you were my twin. With the top down, of course, we took a little spin.
You have good people behind you, I think you can go very far.
How do you do?
We need to play music.
Feet storm, heads left beam. Hallelujah.
the roller coasters thrill.
Feet stop, heads clapping. Hallelujah, so
I'm probably the best person to go dancing with. I've never seen a person bump his boots more than that, Palka.
If you don't take the time, then you don't know. Search for years, but love is blind. Like the breeze that blows.
I think you're gonna inspire a lot of young people to be creative and to not go in the typical normal route if it's not what's for them. You're gonna show us it's all okay.
I shout down to the streets below. Ain't life so sweet? Nobody's saying, but everyone knows the same as me. Glass jugs full of wine, and all of our friends. Caravan to the countryside where the river bends. Campfire crackling, glowing into the night. Trade your guitar for a woman and hold her tight. And
I hope what people get from what you're doing and other independent artists is it can be done if you have the gumption to do it, and two, that it ain't easy.
No shit. First studio record.
Come with me to stay. Oh la 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 on a lazy day.
You know I always have a tough time leaving LA. I already miss this place.
You'll miss it more later.
That's LA, home and hope. And why I have to go? How can you ever come home if you never leave?
Any regrets? Never. The road is a great place to be.
Met a girl from New Orleans, Baton Rouge, your memory. I took her back Ohio way. We made love to a summer's day. We got a little drunk, we got a little high. We talked about the stars in the sky and how we'd like to be swimming in the deep blue sea of clouds that were all floating by. Was it you or was it I? To thread the needle of your life. Gray blue jeans, springtime sun. One way to move me, baby, you are the one. 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 Hand in a pocket, and I'm around you. Lean close in your rocket. I love those things that you do. Those things that you do. I'll do them too, just for you. But please, 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 never forget me. She laughs, I laugh, I sing, she dances, falls in my arms. I hold her strong, her kiss is sweet, can't find my feet. If ever I'm not by your side, I promise to follow close behind. Hips swaying, blue eyes, never lived a day till under your sky, under your sky, under your sky. I feel alive under your sky. country meadow, red wine. If there's no heaven, I'll take this time for old time, for old time. That'd be fine, I'll take this time. If it's okay with you, let's never stray from these eyes of blue. She laughs, I laugh, I see she dance, falls in my arms out. Her strong, her kiss is sweet, can't find my feet. If ever I'm not by your side, I promise to follow close behind. Frayed blue jeans, flower in your hair, your smile soft and sweet shines everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Without a care, you shine everywhere. We walk together down the lane into forever. We forget our names, forget our names, we forget our names. It's all the same, we don't need a name. Frayed blue jeans, springtime sun, one way to move me. Baby, you are the one, you are the one, you are the one, you are the one, you are the one. Shine like the sun.